Right then, this is a Fermec 760 four-wheel drive digger. It's got an extender hoe in the back there and 4-in-1 bucket, or 6-in-1, whatever it is. It's exactly the same as an 860, but the only reason it's called a 760 is because it's got the small wheels on the front like a 3CX. The 860 has got larger wheels on the front, and even though this is nippier, there is more pushing power with them, to be fair. But everything else is exactly the same. This one is 2005, I think, or 2003. Not sure. Can't remember. S-Reg, I think. Anyway, one of the lads asked me to do a video on it a while back, and I did do the video, but I couldn't get the bloody thing to upload properly, so I'm doing it again. It's been a cracking tool. I've had a couple of teething problems with the electrics on it, but I've sorted that now, so there's no problems with it at the moment. It's 98 horsepower, I think. Plenty of power in it. 4 gears. But it's got no clutch. The clutch is on a button, and you've got your left-hand lever on the side to go forward and reverse in, so you haven't got to deal with the clutch. Like I said, there's the extender hoe there. Look, goes out a good old distance there. On the back end, that unit there slides across to this side or in the middle, wherever you want it, and you release the clamps inside the cab on a button. One thing you have to watch on these, because they are very powerful pumps in them apparently, but there's a main lift pipe here. That is the only pipe that I tend to get go, and I think that's because she's got quite a lot of power. So that is the only pipe you have to be careful of. Cracking machine. Let's go in the cab and have a look. Yeah, that's when you look from behind. Look, it's a 2-lever it is, but it's not servo controlled in the back. I'm afraid she's in the working clothes, she's very dirty, but like I said, I did have a teething problem with it for a while. When I was turning the key on, it wasn't starting. It was acting like the battery was flat, and it flummoxed me for ages. I put a new starter motor on it and a new alternator. Nothing. Gone through everything here. You got solenoids and stuff in there. I've been all through that looking for it, couldn't find anything, and I solved it in the end by just putting 2 wires to the starter motor and a button, and that was it. There's some kind of a short somewhere, a little small short, either in this or something else, and that has fixed it. Never ever had a problem with it since. So if it doesn't start on the key, I just press that button now and it'll start straight up. When I was looking into any faults with this kind of era of Massey, there's plugs where the 2 halves join together down here apparently, and they get a little bit corroded sometimes, and they make a bit of a false short there, so I think that's where the problem is probably. But that was a quick fix, and I haven't messed with it since. So here's the shuttle lever, forward and reverse, diff lock, brake levers, throttle, 4 gears. You've got a clutch button on the side here, so if you want to change gear, press the button in, change gear. 4 gears on that. There's a smooth ride button. You click that down like that, and it's like suspension on the boom. 4-wheel drive in or out, and wipers, you know, the obvious stuff. This is to move the front bucket and the 4-in-1 and everything. That's to open and close the 4-in-1. That's tilt up and tilt down, up and down. There's some buttons on the top if you notice. and the one is for the clutch, the same as that one, and the other is to change into high and low, so either 2 pumps coming in or just one, so it's a little bit slower. Don't use it a lot, to be honest. That is the same sort of thing. You just switch that into the full arrangement of pumps or just a slower arrangement, and it tends to slow the back actor down a bit and gives it more power, whereas that speeds it up and lessens the power a bit, I think. Pretty basic stuff on here, to be honest. You don't really need to be telling you about this, but I suppose that one there with a picture of a bucket on, that's quite good. If you click that down, when you're loading and you tip the bucket over like that, if you've got that switch turned in correctly, as soon as the bucket goes down like that, it automatically tilts it back up and puts it level again, ready for your next go. Don't know who designed that. I thought of it, brilliant idea. I don't use it all the time though. That was the button for the clamp outside I was talking about, and the rest is a heater and all that. Spin this round. Jack legs up and down, one for each side. Now I don't know if this is going to be similar. It's not cross corners in one of these though. So up is back, down, left, right, boom out, boom in, crowd the bucket. So they are like that, which I prefer. Bit of them old JCB things, just got to get used to them, isn't it? And there's the extender boom there in your foot. What do I think of the thing? I had a 50B before, the older version, and that was a cracking reliable tool, really light. I went for one of these after. It just stood me well. Like I said, I did have a little bit of a problem with that electrical fault, but that is sorted, and I haven't had any problem with it since. I use it for carrying bales. I use it a lot more than a tractor. Very good machine, very nippy. The only one fault on it though, it's thirsty on fuel, or it's got a small tank, one of the two. I tend to be using quite a lot of fuel in it. But there we are. That's just a turboed 100 horsepower engine, isn't it? So what do you want? Do you want something with no guts, or do you want something that's good on fuel? So it's up to you. So thumbs up from me. I definitely get another one of these things, and I wouldn't mind it, the 860 version with the bigger front wheels. So sorry I can't remember your name, the lad who asked to have this review done, but I did try to do it a while back, only I could not upload it. Alright, over and out.